Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Mason the Mason with Wyatt & Sons Construction.
I'm Jake Martin.
Today we're laying some pillars. Me and my dad laid these out this morning. I'll show you how I did that. So we know we're doing a chimney block pillar. What we did was find the center of where the post is gonna hit. We used a plumb bob. We let it hang, put a mark on our footer, and drilled a pin. So we know that pin is our center of our post. Mud's mixed up, about to start my first pillar here. I trace black marker around it so I know where to set them. I'm gonna go too high. I'm gonna lay my first one, my second one, all the way across. I know that rebar pin is my center and I already traced it. So step one, get your block out of there. Got my trowel, start getting scoops of mud, plopping her down right along my lines. Make sure you don't cover your lines. Next step, before you lay your pillars, take your brick hammer. You got these like holes here on the top. Make sure you open them up. Got all my holes opened up in the top here. Now I can lay my block. My black lines I made with my marker. 2 foot level to start with. I only got to worry about 2 sides. I know it's in the right location because it's right on my marker marks. I'm gonna do this side and this side because I have the most space there. So I just put it on, and whatever side the bubble's on of my line, I just hit that down. So my line's on this side of my level, so I'll hit over here. Same thing. My bubble is on my line right here. So that's the side of the block I'm gonna hit. So this side, I'm gonna go over here. Zoom in, or come over on this. So line, that side, so block, same thing. Right in the center of this pillar. Double check the other side. Jake's got my block. He's gonna knock those holes in the top for me, and I'm gonna spread this mud nice and fat. Let it spread nice and even. Holes in the top of the block. Please don't forget this. This is how the block get tied together. I'm worried about this corner because I plumbed these 2 sides. So I'm going to try and match this block on that corner. I sight down this corner here. Try and match up both sides I just plumbed. Same side all the way up your pillar. Same thing up here. This side. Notice how I'm going dead now. I got a tail down in the block I already laid beneath me. So I go to this corner. Already pretty good in the lines. Go to this corner. There are my bubbles on this side of my level, so I gotta hit that side. So I hit the block. Double check. This side of my level, so I'm going to bring the block out towards that line. Same thing. Good. Double check. Good. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing I just did, too high, across the whole way. I got them all up too high. Now it's very important that all these pillars are straight. I know I got them all close off the house and marked on the footers and everything, but I want to make sure that they all line up good. So I'm going to take my string line. I got a line block here, all tied up nice. Put that pillar over there. Jake's going to hold me over here. I'm going to make sure all the pillars are touching that line. Line block is on. Jake's over there. He's wrapped around my pillar. I don't have my heights level yet. I'm doing that next. I'm just making sure that these are running in a straight line. So I go down and look here. Well, there's a little bit of a gap there. So I'm gonna bump it into the string line. It's really close. You good, Jake?
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'm gonna make sure this one's good. Oh. So I bumped that one into the line. A little windy. That one's perfect. Center. Looks like my corner's hitting a little bit there. I plumbed the other side, so it might be a little off. I plumb down off of these, I'm only gonna plumb off of the side that I had the string on. So these pillars all straightened up. Now I gotta make sure that they're all the same height. So now I'm gonna get my laser transit. Got the laser spinning, got the beep beep. Now what I wanna do here is I wanna find the shortest pillar, the lowest pillar. That's because I wanna lay a whole block and not pieces yet. It'll be easier to start with a whole block. So I'm gonna find the lowest one. I'm just gonna go off of this corner here. Whatever one's the lowest is where I'll start. This one's way higher. This one is also higher. So I'm gonna start on that low pillar over there. Got it set. Now I gotta plumb. I'm gonna plumb the same side my string line was on, the straight side of my pillars. Now it's important you don't go all the way down. I moved the second one to be straight. So only plumb down to this block that I just straightened. This side. Now that I got this one set, I can use my transit again, and this is the height that I gotta match on the other two pillars. And I gotta match this height all the way across. So I'm gonna have Jake hold this ruler, and I'm gonna hold the stick. And we're gonna, wherever solid beeps is, I'll know my piece measurement. And you gotta clamp it to my stick. 5 1/4. So my number is 5 1/4, and I know I need a 3/8 inch joint. So 5 1/4 minus 3/8 is 4 7/8. So I need to make a rip on a chimney block 4 7/8. All right. Got my piece. Now I just spread it like normal, lay it like normal, and then I'll check the height, see if I gotta do some adjusting. Alright, so I don't want to do all this adjusting and stuff and have to rip it back off, so I just want to make sure that I'm a little higher before I start doing my bumping. So I know this is set to my height from that pillar. Oh crap. Okay, see that? I gotta pick it up, so I gotta put a little mud under there. Alright, put a little mud under there, picked her up, plumbing the same side as the string line. I do the piece the same way as the ones underneath. So. Alright, pretty good. On to the next one. 7 5/8. So 5/8 minus 3/8 is 1/4. My piece is 7 1/4. Got my 7 1/4. Mud spread going down. Matching up with my line side. Perfect. Knock her into place now. So string side. Perfect. Knock her. Plumb. Alright, tail down now. Pretty good. So, turns on. Oh man. I'm just gonna beat her down a little more. Hopefully third time's the charm. It is. All done. Now I just gotta strike up the joints. That's about everything I do for straightening up these pillars and making them plumb, getting the heights established. And you may do something different. There's probably 75,000 different ways to do what I just did. Your way may be the best way, but this is how I do it. This is what works for me. I hope something I did here teaches you something. Hopefully you learn a new trick. We figured out the height these cedar posts are gonna be, and I have to come up one more block on my pillar on all three of them, and they're level, so it should be pretty easy to make them all level again. Got both Jakes here today. We got a lot of hand mixing to do because we're gonna have to fill these pillars up and put anchor bolts sticking up out for the post to set on. So I got my beeper transit here. It's spinning over there. So I just set that and just turn it on and it levels itself. It's really cool. Then I come to this. This is where I was leveling. This is my corner. I leveled this side, this side. So I want to do the height right on where I was plumbing. Fast beeps, I gotta go up. Down, up. I gotta make it solid. Right there, it's still plumb. Twist this thing tight. Ooh, gotta go down a little bit. Right there. That's my height for all my pillars. So I'm gonna lay that one, put the stick on it, make it flat line. I made the mud a little thicker than usual. That way I can set this, make sure I'm a little high and I can beat it down. You can't like magically lift it up once you lay it, so it's easier to bring the block down to the beeper. This is my corner I gotta plumb off of, so hopefully I'm a little high. Is this even on? No, ain't on. Whew. Well, hopefully it's plumb. If not, I gotta pull it back off and put more mud under there. Had to reset her. Now it's telling me to go down, which is good. Now I can plumb it and tap it around. So again, I left it a little bit high and plumbed it. Should be right on, I hope. All right, next pillar. So I still gotta come down after I plumbed it. Not a problem, I just gotta beat her down and plumb it again. After about 3 times of wiggling down, I got her. And that's it. Now we can fill them up. Time for rebar. So now I'm gonna measure down each of these pillars and I'm gonna put 2 sticks of rebar in each of them. So I got 2 pieces of rebar in here overlapping all my block, overlapping with the pin that I put in the footer. Each hole got 2 bars. It's important when I fill these up to make sure that I space them out and keep them straight up and down. Out of mud, gotta mix up some more mortar. Show you what I was talking about with the rebar. I got them diagonal here, one in the corner over here, one over here, and making sure they're straight up and down, doing what they're supposed to do. Got it full. Now I know I need this anchor bolt in here. I marked the centers of my block. The block is 15 5/8. Half of that is 7 13/16. Marked that on all sides. Now I got a string. Jake, we snap that. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Okay. My center. Now I gotta put my anchor bolt right here on that X. And wiggle her in, make her level, give her that twist so that hook sets nice. Make sure it's pretty plumb. Pretty good. Smooth her out. 2.5 inches off of your base there. That twist I keep doing, that's gonna hold it in place every time. I wanna double check this. So, I got my mark up here from the other day. I'm gonna put my plumb bob on it. See if I need to make any adjustments, because that's what's most important. Point of that plumb bob. And I'm pretty good right there. Should be good enough to set a post on. Alright, next. Quick crete time. Jakes are mixing that up now. That's everything for these pillars. They are ready for the cedar post to be set. and the stone to go on the outside. All the anchor bolts are nice, line up good, everything hit. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned a little bit about laying pillars, filling them up, putting those anchor bolts in top. Next couple videos, we'll be back here. We gotta dig some dirt out, pour some concrete, put drains in, steps, all sorts of fancy stuff, paver driveway.